Benny the kind-hearted bear. In the middle of a magical forest, where the trees touched the clouds and flowers sparkled in the morning dew, lived a small, furry brown bear named Benny. Benny was not like the other bears. He was gentle, humble, and loved helping others. While his friends enjoyed racing or climbing the tallest trees, Benny found joy in spreading kindness to everyone he met. Benny's home was a cozy cave at the foot of a big oak tree. His best friend was a fluffy bluebird named Bree, who lived in the branches right above him. Every morning, Bree would chirp a happy song to wake Benny up. "Good morning, Bree," Benny would say with a warm smile, stretching his paws wide. "Ready to help someone today?" "Always," Bree chirped back, fluttering her wings with excitement. One sunny morning, as Benny and Bree wandered through the forest, they came across a small squirrel named Squeaky. Squeaky was looking very sad. He had gathered a pile of acorns to store for winter, but they had rolled down a steep hill and Squeaky couldn't carry them all back up. "Oh no," Squeaky sighed, looking worried. Benny knelt down and smiled gently. "Don't worry, Squeaky. We can help." Squeaky's eyes brightened. "Really?" "Of course," Benny said. "Bree, could you help me find the acorns while I carry them back up?" "On it," Bree called, soaring into the air to spot the missing acorns. Benny carefully picked up each acorn with his big paws and carried them up the hill, one by one. He wasn't the fastest bear, but he didn't mind. He wanted to make sure each acorn was safely returned to Squeaky's pile. "Thank you so much, Benny," Squeaky squealed happily. "I didn't know what I was going to do without your help." Benny smiled shyly. "I'm glad we could help, Squeaky." After helping Squeaky, Benny and Bree continued their walk. They soon heard a quiet sniffle coming from a meadow of tall grass. There, hidden among the flowers, was a little rabbit named Rosie. Her floppy ears drooped sadly. "What's wrong, Rosie?" Benny asked kindly. Rosie wiped her eyes with her paw. "I was playing hop and seek with my brothers, but I lost my favorite red ribbon. Now I can't find it anywhere." Benny knelt down to Rosie's level. "We'll find your ribbon. Don't worry." Rosie's eyes lit up. "Really?" "Absolutely," Bree chirped, flying high to get a bird's-eye view. Benny walked carefully through the tall grass, looking for any glimpse of red. He was so gentle that he didn't crush a single flower under his paws. "Look, Benny," Bree called out. "I see something red near the daisy patch." Benny tiptoed over and gently picked up the red ribbon. "Is this it, Rosie?" Rosie's face broke into a wide smile. "Yes, that's it." "Thank you, Benny. You're the kindest bear ever." Benny's cheeks turned a little pink. "I'm just happy to help." Rosie tied the ribbon back on her ear, and it fluttered in the breeze as she hopped away to play with her brothers. Later that afternoon, the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. Benny and Bree decided to head home. On the way, they met Mr. Hedgehog, who was carrying a basket full of berries. "Oh dear," Mr. Hedgehog said, trying to balance the heavy basket. "I don't think I can make it home without dropping these." "Let me help, Mr. Hedgehog," Benny offered. He took the basket in his strong paws and walked alongside Mr. Hedgehog to his cozy burrow. "Thank you, Benny," Mr. Hedgehog said gratefully. "You have such a big heart." Benny smiled softly. "Helping others makes my heart feel happy." When Benny and Bree finally reached home, the stars were beginning to twinkle in the night sky. They sat under the oak tree, feeling the gentle evening breeze. "You know what, Benny?" Bree said, fluttering down to perch on his shoulder. "You're the kindest, most humble bear I know." Benny looked at his little friend and smiled. Kindness is like honey, Bree. It's sweet and sticky, and it spreads happiness everywhere. Just then, a chorus of tiny voices called out, "Thank you, Benny." Benny turned to see Squeaky the squirrel, Rosie the rabbit, Mr. Hedgehog, and many other forest friends gathered around his cave. "We just wanted to say thank you for being so kind," Rosie said, her red ribbon dancing in the wind. Benny's eyes sparkled with surprise and joy. "Oh, you're all so sweet." Squeaky held out a tiny flower crown made of daisies. "We made this for you, Benny, because you make the forest a kinder, happier place." Benny gently took the flower crown and placed it on his head. "Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to have such wonderful friends." And from that day on, whenever someone in the forest needed a helping paw, a comforting word, or a friendly smile, they knew they could always count on Benny, the kind-hearted bear. Benny may not have been the fastest, strongest, or biggest bear, but his kindness made him the most beloved friend in the entire magical forest. And every night, as Bree sang her lullaby, Benny would drift off to sleep with a heart full of happiness, knowing that even the smallest acts of kindness could make the world a better place. The end. If you're having fun with our stories, we'd love for you to join us for more. Just click subscribe and come along on every new adventure. Until next time. Bye-bye.